Hey lovely ladies, you are now watching Candy Loves You. Hey lovely ladies, I thought I should take the time out to dedicate a video to those of you that are considering going natural and those of you that are currently transitioning. You all have so many questions and I want to clear up a lot of things for you, so I hope you all enjoy this video. The first question that I want to answer is asked often, and it's I'm thinking about going natural. What are the steps if you want to go natural? Now, a lot of you think that as soon as you decide that day that you need to start doing protective styles and all kinds of stuff, which it is always nice to try them. However, in the first few months, you're basically dealing with relaxed hair. Just doing your research. You need to research protective styles, moisturizing your hair, co-washing, and just research natural hair period, because you need to know what you're getting yourself into. You need to know what to expect. You need to know how to deal with your natural textures when you start having it grow in. Another thing for all you early transitioners and some people who are long-term transitioners, you really need to cut down on your heat use. I understand that most of us have been flat ironing our hair, hot combing it, hot plaiting it, whatever you want to call it, for a really long time. You can get heat damage. It can break off. It just gets weaker. And even if you're using heat protectant, a lot of people think they're okay, but you can still get those lasting effects on your hair. A lot of people also ask me if I've had a lot of breakage. It is a big deal that your hair is breaking off, but I want to let you all know that you're not the only one experiencing it. Every transitioner that I have ever talked to has experienced some kind of breakage during their transition. What you do need to know is that the point where your natural new growth comes in and the point where your relaxed hair starts, where they meet, is a very fragile point. So you need to be very gentle when you're working with your hair. That's really a main reason why I push for trying out protective styles when you're in the earlier months too, because that really helps you avoid having to deal with your hair on a regular basis, so you won't be breaking it off on a regular basis. Another question that kind of goes along with this is, have you gotten any knots, had trouble detangling, had any matted areas? And the answer is also yes to that. Like I said before, most of us have experienced the same thing, so a lot of us have also had knots in our hair. That's really when I started getting into co-washing. Co-washing is basically a process of washing your hair without using shampoo. When I co-wash, I apply my conditioner, leave it in for 5 to 10 minutes, however long I feel like my hair needs. I detangle with a wide tooth comb, and then I rinse. A lot of people ask me how many times they should co-wash per week, and that honestly just depends on your hair type and your preference. I started doing it 2 to 3 times a week, bumped it up to every other day, bumped it up to every day, and now I'm falling back into every other day. It really depends on what your hair needs, and as you develop a better relationship with your hair during the transition, you're really going to get a better feel of how many times you need to be washing. Now back to detangling. You don't necessarily have to use a wide tooth comb every time you detangle. Most of the time when I co-wash, because my hair doesn't get nappy anymore, I just finger comb it while I'm doing it and rinsing it out. I just finger comb it through, and that's enough for me personally. But if you do have the knots, a great way to start working them out is co-washing on a more consistent basis than you usually do. And each time you need to be detangling gently with a wide tooth comb. For me personally, my hair always knots up and gets tangled when it's too dry. So to avoid that, every time I get done washing my hair, I apply a leave-in conditioner and any other product that helps keep my hair moisturized overnight. And then before I leave the house in the morning, after I take my hair down and style it, I make sure I apply a few more products. You would think that that would cause a lot of product buildup because I do use several products to keep my hair moisturized. But all the products that I use are light on my hair. I just use small amounts, rub it in the hair really good, and it's fine. It doesn't make it feel dirty. It doesn't make my scalp feel cluttered because I specifically like light products. So if you're into using all those gels and stuff that kind of builds up in your hair, grease or anything like that, you're probably going to have problems with that, and you're going to have to wash your hair on a more consistent basis. That reminds me, I would not advise using grease on your hair. It clogs the pores and everything, and it contains petroleum, and that's not good to use on your hair. So I would try to avoid using that. I'm definitely going to be making a part two because I don't want this video to be super long, even though it probably already is. But there's a lot of information that needs to get out there, and I don't just want to tell you guys what to do, what not to do. I want to be able to explain everything to you because when you understand it, it just makes dealing with your hair easier. So I hope you don't mind the long video. I just really want to give you all a lot of information. If you have any hair questions or hair problems that you really think I need to address in these videos, you can leave it in the comments below or you can send it to me in a message. Either way, I'm going to try to get around to most of the questions if I haven't already answered them before. So feel free to leave your questions and problems. I really want to help you all. So I will see you all in part two, maybe part 3, 4, 5. Let's get a series going if you know this is working for y'all. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day. Kenny loves you. If you would like to get daily hair advice, see what protective styles I'm rocking, read my product reviews, and so much more, check out my blog at candiesbeautyblog.blogspot.com. The link is also in the info bar.